Hi, this is my next project, the MWO Atlas. I picked this kit up from FCY not long ago, and I really like the design of this mod. Here's what all the parts look like. These things are huge. There's a lot of really good detail in here, and it's very, very well done, and it's a good representation of the MWO Atlas. Now, one of the things I'm going to do with it is the kit comes with an AC-20 for the torso. I like to run with a Gauss rifle, so I made one. I basically took the AC-20 and modified it up, gave it a Gauss rifle head. If we go ahead and look at that on the torso, that's what it looks like. I just like the Gauss rifle. I like the way it looks. I like the way it plays in the game. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is also pick this particular head. I like the way that looks, and I've got some plans for it. And then a little bit later on this vid, I will go ahead and go into all those details. But here's what we're going to go. This is my new project.
Hi there. So now moving on to looking at what I'm going to do with this. Normally when I build one of these battle mechs, I'll build a cockpit. It's the look I like. It's what I like to see. So, for example, I'm going to go ahead and show an image right now. Okay, that was my Mark II Timberwolf. All right, so that torso piece had been a solid piece. Hollowed that out, built a cockpit in it because I like the look of that. Okay, it's just the way I look. So I'm looking at this one, and now while this thing is huge, the cockpit windows for this thing, or what would be the windows, are tiny. I mean, we're talking half a centimeter by like 3 millimeters tall. So I was thinking, yeah, okay, it's too small. Anything I build in there is going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just, you're not going to see anything. There's nothing worthwhile. So I said, fine. I'll just go ahead and do a build and paint and go from there. Then I was just sort of spitballing ideas with somebody, and the thought came up to do lighted eyes so that they glow. And I could paint the glow, or I could actually run, lighting into the back of it and do that. And then I start looking at this, and I'm like, well, you know what? How about I do that? So what I think my plan is here is I will drill these out, create space up in here, run lights up through there, put a battery pack in the torso, and leave, and have these things light up. I think that'd be cool. The other thing I want to do, one thing that bothers me, and I ran into this with the Hatchet Man. The Hatchet Man mech has the head solidly attached to the torso. And I'll throw a quick image of it right now. So that's, a Hatchet Man. So when you want to do a pose and to make the thing, to give some kind of dynamic pose, your head and shoulders are all together. So it's how you angle the shoulders and the head and or not the shoulders and the head, but the shoulder and the torso to get a dynamic kind of look. The Atlas has that same challenge where the MWO version has the head and shoulders really merged. I really don't like that. So what I've chosen to do here is I filled in the slot where this particular piece of the head would slot down in, and I'm going to leave it raised up a bit. And what I'm going to do is let it pivot there. So not only when I do this, I'm going to have to fill detail in here because you'll be able to see it. If I turn it, you'll be able to see there. So I'm going to fill in this detail, and it'll also let me, not necessarily have to drill out quite as much here to make the space for the lights. But more importantly, for me anyway, it'll let me do this. And that to me is huge when it comes to posing these things and giving it an active feel. So getting the pose to be dynamic and look more aggressive or whatever I want. Let's say you turn, your torso turns. Let me get my hands here going. So your torso turns this way and you're turning looking that way, or your torso is turning that way and you turn and look back this way. That kind of a dynamic pose. If you look at pictures of people doing the really awesome, Superman poses or action star poses, they've got that, head looking one way, body going another, action sort of feel. That's kind of what I would like to have the ability to do with the battle mech. Now, how to light this thing up. This piece that goes on the back, I'm going to have to not make removable. But this piece, I can. This piece I can just magnetize. This, I need those seams to be clean. And in order to keep those seams clean, I'm going to have to actually glue it on and then putty it and sand it and do all that kind of fun stuff to it. So that's going to be important for that look, so that whole chunk can't be removable. But this piece right here can just drop in like there, and where it's sitting, that's also upside down. Hey Tim, there you go. Make you happy? I did another one upside down. This piece can just drop in there, be magnetized where it is, then I can pull it out and I can access a port here. And what I'm also planning to do is I'll probably hollow out this space on either side of the centering hole for the actual LR44 battery pack. That's what I use to power these things, LR44s. If I was going to make this one on a base, I might actually assemble the what am I thinking here? Assemble the power unit into the base and run the cable up along the mech, but I actually like to keep it built in. But there, with that set that way, that's where the head will sit, and I would like that dynamic there. So sorry about that. Had a minor technical challenge, but essentially this is what my plans are for this at the moment and where I plan to go with it. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thanks very much.